cold rain soaked the city streets as Daniel Harris locked the door of the small grocery store where he worked the night shift. It was almost midnight. Neon lights flickered, sirens echoed somewhere far away, and the world felt empty in that lonely, American kind of way. Daniel pulled his jacket tighter. Life hadn't been kind to him lately. Rent overdue, phone buzzing with unpaid bills, dreams shrinking day by day. He felt invisible, like the world passed him by without noticing. As he walked toward the bus stop, he noticed an old man sitting on the curb near a broken streetlight. The man's clothes were worn, his hands shaking as he tried to light a cigarette, failing again and again. Most people walked past without slowing down. Daniel almost did too. He was tired. He had nothing extra to give. No money, no time, no energy. But then the old man looked up. Their eyes met for a second, and something in that look made Daniel stop. Not pity, not guilt. Just a quiet, human connection. Daniel sighed, reached into his pocket, and pulled out the last $5 he had money meant for tomorrow's breakfast. He knelt down, handed it over, and said softly, "Get something warm to eat." The old man stared at the bill like it was a miracle. "Son," he said, voice cracking, "you didn't have to." Daniel shrugged. "I know." That was it. No speech, no drama. Daniel stood up and walked away, thinking nothing of it. Just another small moment in a hard life. The next morning, everything went wrong. Daniel arrived at work late after missing the bus. His manager was waiting. No explanation mattered. He was fired on the spot. Just like that, his only source of income vanished. As he stepped back onto the same street, panic hit him like a wave. Rent, food, survival. That $5 suddenly felt like the worst decision he'd ever made. Days passed. Daniel applied everywhere: warehouses, fast food joints, gas stations. No calls, no replies. His savings ran out. He slept less, worried more. One night, sitting alone in his dark apartment, he laughed bitterly to himself. Kindness costs nothing, people say. But right now, it felt like it cost him everything. A week later, Daniel's phone rang. Unknown number. He almost ignored it. "Hello," he answered cautiously. "Is this Daniel Harris?" A calm voice asked. "Yes. My name is Thomas Reed. I'm calling from Reed Logistics Group. We'd like to talk to you about a job opportunity." Daniel frowned. He had never applied there. It was a large company, one he'd only heard about on the news. "I think there's a mistake," he said. "No mistake," the man replied. "You helped someone recently. Someone very important to us." Daniel's heart started pounding. An hour later, Daniel sat in a sleek office downtown, feeling wildly out of place. Across from him sat the same old man from the street, but cleaned up. Dressed in a sharp suit, eyes clear and strong. Daniel froze. "You," the man smiled. "I needed to know who people really are when they think no one is watching." The truth unfolded slowly. The old man was the founder of the company, a billionaire who had walked away from his empire years ago. Recently, he'd returned quietly, testing something more important than profits: character. He spent nights on the streets, watching how people treated someone they thought had nothing. "You were the only one who stopped," the man said, "not because you had plenty, but because you cared." Daniel couldn't speak. "We checked your background," the man continued. "You're honest, reliable, hard-working. You've been overlooked, not unworthy." He slid a folder across the table. Inside was a job offer, a real one, salary, benefits, stability, a chance. Daniel's hands trembled as he looked up. "All this because of $5? The man shook his head. "No. Because of who you were when life was hard." Months later, Daniel walked past the same streetlight where everything had changed. The city looked different now, because he was richer, but because he believed again. He believed that small actions matter. That kindness echoes. That even when the world feels cold, one simple choice can quietly change a life forever. Sometimes, the moment that saves you doesn't look like success. Sometimes, it looks like kindness given with nothing left to spare.